It's for somebody special. Yeah, can't wait it out tonight. Baby, you special. Can't wait it out tonight.
Yellow. Hey, happy Friday. Welcome to another cleaning video. I am showing you this branch. This is the second time that this has happened. About 2 weeks ago, one of the bigger branches completely broke from the neighbor's tree and fell into our yard. And we noticed that today was really, really rainy and windy. And we noticed that this branch also broke. It was actually completely, like almost completely broken from the base and was just leaning up against another, like the fence and another branch was the only thing that was really holding this up. And so hubby went over to the neighbor's house. He wasn't home at the time, but he told him that he was going to be home in 20 minutes. And they got together and hubby tied a ring across the top of it, a string across the top of it. And while he was pulling, the neighbor was cutting it so that we can get it down. So like I said, we just didn't want it to cause any additional damage or break the fence or, do anything else. Little man and I were inside and I was just kind of recording it as I could, obviously for safety reasons. And so, yeah, the neighbor did say that he was going to, the first time that it happened, that he was going to get it cut down because I know it doesn't look like it, but it is at the very base, it is pretty dead. Like you can tell, and it has lost a lot of branches. And so, and one of the big branches is actually leaning towards their house. So if it were to break, I know that it would fall on top of either their house or their deck or something like that. So I'm hoping that, that nothing happens and that they're able to get it done because I don't want, it to cause any additional damage for them or for us or for the fence or anything else. So glad that we got that done. It is the next morning. I'm out here just giving the yard a good trim and leveling it out. It has been super rainy these last couple of days, like afternoon rain showers. And so it's just been getting like muggy and sticky and it's supposed to rain later on this afternoon. So I just wanted to come out here, get the yard nice and trimmed because this weekend it is supposed to be right back in the high 90s. It's supposed to be like almost 100 degrees for both of the days. So it was just a perfect opportunity to come out here. It was a little windy, which felt good. It was about 75 degrees. So feeling good and just wanted to get this nice and trimmed. But I've got some good cleaning motivation lined up in today's video. We're going to be doing some really good cleaning in the basement. And I hope you're doing well. I hope that you had an amazing week. I hope that you are taking care of yourself mentally and physically. Let's go ahead and jump into the video.
Yeah, can't believe it's so. Yeah, 20 nights been sober. Baba don't lose composure. Yeah, girl, my champion lover. Would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl? I know, ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you. Coach, yeah, give me coach, yeah, give me coach, yeah, to get me back.
One thing that I looked up that I had no idea, this is actually, I guess, the law or how it goes, was if a branch or a tree or something like that were to fall, like if it's your neighbor's, the tree is actually, your neighbor's tree, if it were to fall into our yard like it happened to us, whose responsibility is it? And I totally thought that it would be the neighbor's responsibility because the tree is in their yard, and it's not actually, from what I researched. So if that were to happen again, or even if the entire tree were to fall down and fall into our yard, it's actually our responsibility to take care of. And any damage that it caused, you would have to contact your homeowner's insurance and they would take care of it. And yeah, I had no idea. I totally thought that because, that is the neighbor's tree, like it's their responsibility. But if something like that were to happen, excuse me, it's not, which I think is I think that's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? I don't know. I thought that was interesting and also crazy at the same time. I'm grateful that the neighbor is, we have pretty good, like, we pretty much stay to ourselves, you know. We're not really like, there's a couple neighbors here that have been here a couple years longer than we have, and I think they're a little bit older. Not, I wouldn't say too far off. Some of them are a little bit older than we are, and they do, you know, communicate and things like that, and like talk. And I've seen, you know, some of them go over each other's houses and things like that. But for the most part, the majority of, there's only a few neighbors that have been here longer than we have. Everyone else has pretty much moved, like, you know, in after we did. But anyway, so I just thought that was interesting. We are in the basement, and this is the bathroom here. The toilet needed a really good cleaning, so I'm going to get this deep cleaned. I actually already did the shower. This bathroom is kind of like awkward the way that it goes. You can see on the left side of the screen how the door is. It's completely opened, but there is not very much space between the door, the tub, and the toilet. So it's just kind of hard to record in here. But I did already clean out the tub. I washed the tub down. I washed the shower, like I scrubbed down the tile and everything like that. And I'll show you a picture after we are done. But another thing that we got done is we ended up getting our ventilation system cleaned. So we got all of the vents, the return vents, the regular vents cleaned this week. When did we do that? On Tuesday. So that was really good. The gentleman that came and did this, we ended up going with a family-owned company, which was, I just appreciate family-owned companies more than like big corporations and businesses. They were accredited through the BBB, which was nice. And the gentleman was so nice. Like, we were having all kinds of conversations. He actually is in real estate as well. And so we were just talking. He gave us like this guy's number that he knows that does like satellite TV or something like that. Like he has a company where you can get some good channels, like TV, I don't know, cable, I guess is what I'm trying to say, for a really reasonable price. So he was just really nice, and he took before and after pictures, and, you know, walked us through the process and all of that. And it was just, he was really nice. I'm really glad that we found that company. But another thing that I did not know is that you're supposed to clean your vent system every 3 to 5 years. I mean, depending on your lifestyle and everything too, if you have a lot of animals, or if you're somebody that smokes in your house, or, you know, things like that. So glad that we got that done. And I am going to get some covers for the plungers, for the, you know, the dookie stopper. Because that's gross to just have it like sitting out like that. And we have one upstairs too in our main bedroom that is in our bathroom. That's something that I definitely need to write on my list to get, because this is just for me. I'm just talking for me personally. I think that's really gross to just have that out in the open like that. And it's, you know, just like airborne. I definitely want to get something I know that they have, you know, covers for like plunger covers for your plungers. So definitely something that I want to get.
To get me back to you, cannot deny it's a ghost. And if God is my witness, now you be my weakness. My no be boss. See Oluwa don't bless me. Not true, no be ghost ride. If they say I didn't listen, baby, you're the one that I'm missing, girl. And my darling, would you wait for me, girl? Yeah, cause now you did cross my mind. Would you wait for me, girl? I know, ain't no distance, ain't no time to get me back to you. Coach, get me back to you. Oh, yeah, to get me back to you.
One of the the things that really attracted us to this house when we were house hunting was the fact that the basement was completely finished. And it was funny because the gentleman that did our vents, he's like, did you guys refinish the basement? And I was like, no, it actually was refinished when we purchased it. And he's like, oh, that's awesome, because a lot of basements, like homes that are for sale, especially in our area in Colorado, and I'm not sure if it's like that all throughout the states or is specific to a state, but they are unfinished. And so that was something that just really was a selling point for us, even though we really don't come down here, which is a shame. It is really, really cool in the basement. And one of the reasons, if I'm being completely honest, that I don't really come down here often is because of the spiders. Like, I just hate spiders, y'all. Oh my goodness, I hate them so much. But this is the shower. It is nice and cleaned and sanitized and just dusted, wiped down. The bathroom is nice and cleaned and wiped down. I really wanted to get a good cleaning down here because it's been a while. Like, every so often I like to come down here and just give it a good cleaning and dusting, even though, this is just not really an area that we come down, that we visit too often, which really I always say this every single time. I'm like, oh, I really want to spend more time down here. And we never do. So that is, it really is a shame, but I mean, we're not a huge family. If we did have, more kids or something like that, this is definitely, we have thought about renting out this space. Like that is something that we did think about. It's just not something we would ever really do because we just are, homebodies and home people and don't trust people, and people are crazy, and it's a lot of work. But could we make some good money renting out this space? Absolutely. I absolutely do think that. But yeah, so we do have a nice little space down here in the basement, which I'm grateful for. Like I'm grateful for my home and the space that we have and what we have. So little man had his little jumpy house down here. This has been something that we come down here often. I mean, I will say the one thing that we do come down here often for is probably this, to have him jump in his little jumpy house. And I do use my tread climber when I'm not doing my home workouts. And so that's another reason why I come down here as well. But we got that nice and rolled up, put back into the closet. And I'm just going to just continue cleaning down here, just getting some, dust everything. And I'm going to switch up a couple things in here as well. I ended up moving the table, and then I moved the tread climber. The chairs are pretty much going to stay in that position. I moved them to the other side of the wall, but I was like, nah, I didn't like the way that they looked. Has a motorized Jeep, and it was so adorable. He loves like cleaning. One thing that I love is that he always gets involved in everything that we do, no matter what it is. But he absolutely loves doing the yard work. He loves washing the cars, and so he's like, I'm gonna wash my Jeep. And I was like, okay. So he went and got a bucket. He went and got his stool upstairs, and I gave him a rag, and he was down here washing his Jeep. It was absolutely adorable. You dusting her off?
Yeah, I'm dusting her off.
You're dusting her off? What kind of car you got there?
Gotta clean the wheels.
What kind of car is she?
Blue.
Blue, that's the color. What kind of car?
Jeep.
A Jeep, yeah. You got all your stuff, huh? You got your bucket and your stool. You brought your stool down?
And then my rag.
And your rag, yeah. Good work.
Wash the cars.
You're washing the car. Good work.
Now we gotta wash right here.
Oh, okay.
For my mama, and I can make you better, boy. So take this risk if you wanna. A real lover girl, I'll give you all the feels. Step into a world. I promise you'll love it here with me. You know this film energy. When I feel safe, when I feel hurt, when I can trust you at your word, that makes me feel soft. I'm just a girl ready to nurture you. When I feel safe, when I feel hurt, when I can trust you at your word, that makes me feel soft. I'm just a girl ready to nurture you. Feel energy.
I think I want to get a rug down here for maybe underneath the dining set, like a round rug. I also thought about getting one for upstairs as well. I think that'll make it look a little bit more homey. But I have thought about also getting like a projection screen. I think that'd be cool to come down here and watch some movies. In the past, I was like, oh, I think it'd be a good idea to get like one of those old school popcorn machines and get like a little like area for a snack bar and things like that. Now looking back, I'm like, if we were to get that popcorn machine, would we really use it? Like, would we really use it other than 1 or 2 times? Probably not, if I'm being completely honest. Like, we can just get some bags of popcorn and put them in the microwave. This is how I think when I purchase things for the house or really anything in general. I try to, think about, am I actually going to use this? Is this something that is going to be a part of my daily routine or something that I'm going to use often? If so, then okay, I feel like I feel justified in buying it. But if not, if it's something that I'm just going to, oh, hey, I might use this, for this idea or for this function or for this one party or whatever that I'm going to have, no, then I'd rather save the money and put it back in my pocket. Like, it's just, you know what I mean? And it's just more clutter. It's more things, and stuff like that really does add up. And that is something that I'm trying to not do. I really like an open space. I like less things in my home. It's less things to clean, less things to worry about, less money that you're spending. So I don't know about the popcorn machine, probably not, but I think a projection screen would be pretty cool because that's something that we could also like maybe take out in the backyard and, do like a movie night in the backyard or something that we would actually use for like summer activities or the spring or even in the fall when, the weather is a little bit nicer and you go out there with some cozy blankets. Like, that would be really cool to do also.
Don't speak, there's no need for you talking. Calling the highest sky. I ain't got the urge to leave. Come stay a little while. I've grown tired of wasting others. Hold off, steer me right. Ongoing, dried out silhouettes. I'm numb, you stay the night.
The furniture in the basement, aside from the coffee table that I'm currently wiping down, which I've had for years, the 2 mirrors and the TV, that is it. Everything else was thrifted. It is secondhand furniture. This console table that the TV is currently sitting on, I believe I got this for $75. I painted the metal framing a silver color, the 2 power leather recliners, which you'll see me wipe down here in a minute. We got secondhand. They were like brand spanking new. The table that I wiped down, the glass table, was thrifted. The chairs were thrifted. The stools that you'll see surrounding the bar, everything was thrifted. Like, I love thrifting. If you're new here, hey, but that is something that I absolutely love doing. I love buying secondhand. I love giving furniture in such a wasteful environment, in such a wasteful world that we live in. And don't get me wrong, I am wasteful as well. But I just think there's so many good things that people are selling or that you can find at the thrift store that you can give a new life to. Like, people throw away, give away, and sell good things all of the time. And like a lot of the time, I was going to say 90%, but that's not completely true. A lot of the times you can find things that are brand new. I always do that. I be hitting the jackpot, y'all. I look all the time, but you can find things that are brand new that people are giving away or selling for super, super cheap. So, yeah, I'm such an advocate for thrifting and like just buying used furniture. But I am cleaning off these windows. I don't know what the heck was going on, but there was I was looking for spiders because y'all, your girl has arachnophobia. Okay. I cannot, I will kill a spider. I hate doing it. But if I see one crawling, I'm definitely going to kill it. I don't know how, but I'm going to get it done. So I was looking for spiders before I lifted up all of the blinds, and there was fruit flies, little webbings of fruit flies, a bunch of them in the corner. So I don't know if it was maybe some of the moisture from the outside from all of the rain, or it has to be that they were kind of piling up in the corners here of the windows and sticking in the webs, which was crazy. So I got all of that wiped down. I wiped down the huge patio window, vacuumed everything up, all the nooks and corners and all of that. I really do want to get a steam cleaner. That's something that I've been talking about that I still have not gotten yet, but I can't wait to get a steam cleaner. I didn't end up usually I would wipe the windows outside as well, but it's going to rain. It's going to rain. It has rained the last couple of days, which I mentioned. So I was just you know what? I'll just come out here another day and maybe wipe it down, but there's no point in cleaning it if it's going to rain, you know?
Get off from under me. Troublemaker, plan my escape. The silhouettes keep me away. These rocks on the solid bottom, calling the white lines. No one wins this broken lotto. It's just me and the silent cry. I've grown tired of wasting others, tie down these loose strings.
Little man and hubby went and took his Jeep out, and he is doing so well. So he hasn't drove that Jeep very much just because he wasn't big enough to reach the pedals. And now that he's getting a little bit bigger and a little bit taller, he is doing so much better. He can actually control the wheel. And I just think it was adorable. Hubby was showing me some videos that he took while he was out there driving his little Jeep around, but he was just super excited. We've been taking him out he also has a little race car too, just doing that, taking him on bike rides and things, and just getting him used to turning the wheel and controlling the wheel and, doing it himself. So he had a really good time doing that.
Lost in these dried out silhouettes, a new try, a new bet. Glory eyes for miles and days. Get off from under me. Troublemaker, plan my escape. The
a kegerator and a refrigerator down here, which are unplugged because we never use them. The last time we used the refrigerator was when we were buying the new refrigerator, but that has been it. And I'm just like, you know what? Might as well keep them unplugged. Why are we paying like additional electricity? You might say that I am like, girl, you are cheap. I don't care. I am. I'm going to keep them bad boys unplugged because why spend additional energy keeping them plugged in if we never use them, cooling off what? Like there's just no reason for it. So we keep them unplugged. That's probably, if you can see on the handle, that's why the wire is like wrapped around the handle because we just keep them unplugged. So I wiped everything down, the wet bar, the glasses. There are 3 little shelves here on my right where you can keep like shelves inside of the like little cubbies. And I have a couple little knickknacks and memorabilia things in there. But other than that, this was fine, just wiping it down. The main thing I really wanted to come down here and clean was the bathroom dust. That was the big thing, and clean the floors. So, and also just like look around, because every so often we do come down here and just like look around, look at the foundation, make sure everything is working, which by the way, I couldn't, after the second time of flushing the toilet, it was making like, I don't even know, like a woodpecker sound, like, and so I had to wait for hubby to come home to take a look at that. We don't know if that's like a loose pipe or what is going on with that, but it has never done that before, the toilet. And so, yeah, we definitely need to get that either looked at or fixed. We don't even know, do some research on what that is.
My guitar, a lesser town. I drew my heart a Leno wall, where I felt things were better now. I belong in your arms. Got a paper cup full of wine. I played a Charles Bridge on the side, with your hand resting under mine. Hope I'm not so out of line. Your point of view, different taste. Walking slow, bumpy pace. Cause we can fall in love. This moment's all it takes. Autumn leaves falling down. Suddenly it's over now, but we'll fall in slow.
Basement is nice and cleaned and wiped down. It smells amazing in here. Look at this little meatball. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new here, hey, I hope that you consider subscribing for all things cleaning content. And if you are a returning viewer, thank you. I'll definitely see you soon. Bye.